Welcome back to the channel that you all know and love, and if you don't know, you need to get to know it so you can love it. Today, we are reacting to a Tommy G video. It's been a while since we reacted to a Tommy G video inside Alabama's Meth Mountain. So without further ado, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy and click the notification bell so you know when I drop. And let's go ahead and get into the video.
Hand on this?
I would say so.
Would this be enough to kill me? Alright folks, today we're exploring Meth Mountain, and behind me is a meth lab that blew up.
Hey, rapping? Is he rapping?
So let's go. When you dive into rural communities around America, you come to discover that meth is remarkably easy to find. For the last few decades, American communities have been flooded with amphetamine.
It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's really not as uncommon as you think. One of my cousins, he has been to multiple different meth sites that have blown up. Treating somebody that got caught in one, putting out the fire of one, and then him having to clean something up from a meth lab explosion as well. Yeah, they be out here. They be out here. Sometimes if you driving by, you can kind of tell low-key if you know what you're looking at.
And how this came to be. Meth was first synthesized
but most of the time you can't see it from the road
by a Japanese chemist.
You might see like an old one.
It became prescribed by doctors to help with things like weight loss, narcolepsy, and asthma. Due to its ability to keep soldiers awake and wired, it was the drug of choice for World War II combatants like Japanese kamikaze pilots and German blitzkrieg troops. For the years leading up to the 1980s, the flow of amphetamines was in large part controlled by motorcycle gangs like
back in the day. I'm glad I wasn't alive back in the day. First of all, they wouldn't let me just walk around the streets and eat and drink anywhere that I wanted to. You see the color of my skin? First of all, that wasn't gonna fly. Say in a word that it did fly. They were just giving you anything. You telling me I gotta go out here and fight and y'all doping me up off the meth? Hell no. Hell no. Like, that is unreal, dog. That is unreal. They were giving people anything. They said it was for weight loss. Methamphetamines was the Ozempic of the 80s.
Hells Angels. However, in the 1990s, Big Pharma took over as the leading supplier when they created drugs like Adderall and Ritalin. These drugs are chemically similar to meth, and they are prescribed by doctors to millions of American youth to combat things like ADHD. So much so that a 2016 article by the New York Times referred to millennials as Generation Adderall. This trend made Big Pharma billions of dollars. For today's story,
wait, was that Gen Z?
2016 article by the New York Times referred to millennials as Generation Adderall. This trend made Big Pharma billions of dollars. For today's story, we go explore Meth Mountain, a place in Alabama that earned its name due to the amount of meth labs and meth users. All of what you are about to see are for educational purposes only.
Educational purposes, YouTube.
We're here in Gadsden, Alabama, and we're waiting for our local contact, Lauren, and I just have a feeling she's pulling up in a pickup truck. What is this place known for?
Just a regular neighborhood.
When I first talked to you, you thought I was going to be asking you for money. Are there a lot of sketchy people asking you for money these days?
Yeah.
Has that increased a lot in the last few years?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the Biden administration is watching?
Look at Tommy, man. That man ain't gonna ask you for no money.
Represented?
Yes.
If Trump came back into office, how would you feel about that?
Tell the truth, I feel bad.
Why is that?
He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do.
Where the heck are we right now?
Ocala.
You know, and I feel bad for Buddy because he's probably feeling real bad. Yeah, that man Trump, he done spun back. We feeling that. He's spun back.
Here, Gadsden over there.
He ran it back.
Kind of a sketchy area.
Very sketchy. That's why I didn't even think about that Walmart, because I don't ever go to that Walmart.
Damn, they're at the wrong Walmart. Every time I get to record, I get to yawn. This shit's annoying.
And what percent of locals do you think know it as Meth Mountain?
Everybody.
So from what I understand,
everybody?
It's pretty smart to figure out how to make it. Like, it's not an easy thing to make.
I've never tried to make it, but I know people who have made it. I mean, it's chemistry and a lot of math and a lot of knowing what mixes together and what doesn't.
Because if it goes wrong,
they be making that crystal in Breaking Bad.
Just feet from flames, a group of people rushing to get back. They believe people were cooking meth at the house. Something got out of hand, sparking flames, which then ignited.
Why is it on coming out my left ear?
Causing the Big Bang.
Whoa!
Quickly.
Wait, he record that shit on a Samsung?
Blown up from a meth lab gone wrong?
Oh yeah, we've had the fire department has had to respond to several. They will be busting a lab when the people run. Everything kind of turns, knocks over, things mix, causes it to blow up. And then they have another kind that's different than an actual lab. It's called shake and bake, and you add everything into a 2 liter and shake it.
Okay.
That just sounds like recipe for disaster. That's like you just shaking a bomb. Put some of this, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice, a little bit of everything nice. Bruh, now they gonna dry out, bruh. That wasn't even part of the bit. Damn it.
What percentage of people in this area you think are into meth? 40. So what got you?
40? That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, I'm from Kentucky, so for me it was
Kentucky.
Oxycontin. It was $2 a milligram, so just 180 milligram was $160.
How long would that last, buddy?
I mean, I would have to have 4 or 5 a day.
Damn!
See a Confederate
I was about to
flag?
say, yeah, that's what I was gonna point out. You'll see a lot of that covering up a lot of windows.
That's pretty popular here.
Yeah.
Racks on the nigga all blue like bonnets.
Who is this?
I ain't even have an option. He say he won't smoke, now his ass in the coffin.
Where are we right now?
This is not that new Cardi.
It's outside of Tal, Alabama, community code, Sand Valley.
Some of the locals told us that this place is also known as Meth Mountain to some people.
That's Meth Mountain.
You're a firefighter, I take it.
Yes, sir.
Is that where a lot of your calls are for meth related?
Or Meth Mountain.
That's what's crawling through the town?
Fentanyl.
How recently has that changed?
Within the past 2 years,
How long have you been a firefighter for?
25 years.
Okay, have you ever gone to a call where
His
a meth
arms
lab
get
blew
burned up, or is that alopecia?
Tell
Not
me a
alopecia, is
story.
that vitiligo?
House trailer that had the whole end blowed off of it. Had a female that was burned from the waist down.
Being a fireman sounds nice, but I imagine some of the things you have to see are pretty tough for a man to see.
Oh
Yeah.
I have PTSD from it.
What do you think could be done
God,
to help
man.
the fentanyl and meth crisis that's hitting here, but also hitting so many places in America?
Closed the borders.
Why do you think the borders are as open as they are right now?
Okay.
Those politicians got more worried about their money getting in their pockets than they're about their citizens.
Everyone kind of feels like they're getting by the government right now. Do you feel that?
Yeah, pretty much. Pay's low, prices are going up. It's kind of hard to make a living.
Thank you. Have a good
Who did
day.
he vote for?
If we just see people out and about, you think people
Who did he vote for?
chatting, or do you think we should be careful?
Be careful.
I feel like I know,
Yeah.
but you know, we're not getting
what
political,
makes you
obviously.
say that?
I'm just curious.
I was before and had guns pulled on me.
Even though you're a fireman helping?
Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing my fast shoes today.
Yeah, exactly. Keep them tight.
Thank you. We're stopping to check out some of the abandoned places here. Bullet holes in the church door.
Jesus. Okay. They up in the fire on the Lord. What are we doing?
I almost think this is a symbol, a greater symbol of like the church falling and the church collapsing and drugs taking over. I think America used to be a much more Christian place, and agree with that stuff or not, it kept people on a certain path in life. And when Nietzsche said God is dead, the question that comes after that is what replaces God.
I'm a rapper. I'm a freestyle rapper.
Oh,
I actually
really?
just got done in my barrel. So, but yeah, this
In
is
my
actually one of
barrel?
the most darkest parts in the valley. Right over there on that property.
What is his
there was a
barrel?
double homicide.
Okay, wait a minute. He just said he just got done freestyling in a barrel. We pivot and Buddy talking about how there was a double homicide across the street. This why I don't go to Alabama. This why I don't go to Alabama. That shit sucks, man.
Homicide and a suicide. Ever since then, every time somebody
Okay,
tries to
double
build over there
homicide
or
and-
something goes on, they
and
always
a-
leave.
and a-
Right over here, there used to be rituals and stuff on this
Victory.
road. We call it Party Road, and there used to be actual like demon worshippers that would have rituals and circles, and they blocked the trail off, but there used to be patterns and stuff up there, and you could see all kinds of creepy stuff. where
Okay,
they've
so some
done
rituals.
This seems like a place where kind of just strange things happen.
Yes, all the time. Actually, a red house down the road is about 4 houses down on the left.
At
and
the house?
They actually worship Satan.
Wait, we're just down the street from some Satan worshippers?
Yeah, and we love Jesus. We're Jesus worshipers. And that's a red house
Okay.
that's kind of on a hill. It's like 4 houses down on the left. If you swing by on Halloween day, they'll be outside all day in these little masks, like dancing and singing and all kinds of stuff.
His teeth ate up.
Is that blown up meth lab? Should we stop by it?
Yeah.
We're going to a meth lab that blew up. We just was driving by and it's here. This is like hills have eyes a little bit, like eyes are on you. Someone's ready with a rifle to shoot you.
And the bitch pink, BBS is in my ring, really water like a sink.
Is this Buddy music?
Like a nigga right a brink.
When a meth lab
I hope this ain't Buddy music that we were just talking to, who rapping in a barrel. I know y'all heard that N-word fly. Hold on.
Like a sink, 40 racks in my jeans like a nigga right a brink.
when a meth lab blows
40 racks in my jeans like a nigga robbed a brink. I don't think this is him, but we gotta listen to some of his tracks. If he sounds the same, then it's him.
tell me about what happens and what you've heard about.
Most people are wearing synthetic clothing now. It melts with the skin. You can't pull it off.
So people's clothes melt to them.
Melt to them. They can't get it off. It literally just burns with the skin.
It sounds horrible.
Man.
If we kept driving, we would probably see several other places like this.
All right, folks, we just got invited to a music video, so we're gonna go check it out. You guys are shooting a music video today.
Not today. We're actually just preparing the scenery back here. It's not like, you know, some fancy music scene. This is actually where he started out rapping and stuff like that.
So what's the idea? What's the concept for this one?
Now during the days, you can catch me at 11 o'clock our time, and I'll be rapping in this barrel, freestyling, and it'll be filled with water, and I'll be dunking in it. If people send a certain gift, I'll dunk it while I'm rapping and come back out of the water still rapping. Sometimes I'll be diving in. It's crazy. Trying to make a music video that's kind of combining that, because this is also the root of where it all started.
Okay.
And we're gonna try to spice something up. Now I did used to live here in this camper. This is actually his family's property. Right after high school, he actually let me move my camper.
Okay, where he stay at now though? That's
fair.
Is
fair.
this
That's
a
fair.
tree
That's
fort
fair.
or deer stand?
That's actually for the swing.
Oh, wow. You want to do the thing? You want to show him the thing?
Yeah. I be
How the hell did he just jump up
got
there?
a bag on, got a stress. Got real killers in the set. Don't think I'm one, you should come and test. I ain't talking about a hot run, hop out.
Brother, you could join a circus, huh?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That little dude was swinging. He was swinging though. He was swinging. I ain't gonna lie. He was swinging. That boy wrapped his leg around that bit and just started swinging with that mud. Oh, okay. I let him have that one. Okay.
Yeah. Are we in the holler right now?
We're in the valley.
Okay.
We're in
what
the valley.
makes something a holler?
So deep that no matter how loud you holler, nobody's gonna hear you. I
Ooh.
actually used to work at McDonald's when we lived here. Well, we started getting so good on TikTok that really didn't have to work for McDonald's anymore. And then
Dang, hold on. What's he got? West Smith 7? Okay, let me look him up. Live daily, 11 a.m. 7. Oh, damn, he get right to it, don't he? Shit. Straight off the wake up. Let me try to see if I can find a TikTok. Bro, he don't exist no more, bro. Look, he gone, bro. He gone.
have to work for McDonald's anymore. And then they flew us out to LA and officially hired us. And so now we work full-time TikTok. That's what we do. I'm live streamer.
How is that?
It's awesome. It's great. It's been about 4 or 5 months that we've moved out. Me and my bro Wes. And we got our spot right up the mountain.
You think he capping?
Is it? Do locals realize that?
When I was in like high school, I heard that a lot. I never got into that, and I'm not gonna lie. Before I was 20, I was on a dark path. You know, I grew up without a dad. I didn't meet him until I was 20, and my mom was gone all the time working. Kind of did what I wanted, and I did fall into drugs, but I never did that. It was more like hallucinogens. And then I got saved by a higher power. It wasn't by a man, it wasn't by a book or a church. It was by a higher power. I accepted that. Now I'm living a different life.
What is the rent go?
That's good, man. That's good. That's
$200
good.
a month.
Glad he's
It really
doing
just
better.
depends on who you find. If you find, somebody that owns another house and they're willing to let it go for that,
That's crazy cheap. Like I've never seen a place that I can get for $200 or $300 a month.
Right.
So normally what it is
$200
people
to
come through with
$300
comments
a
and they
month.
comment random words, but each person gives me one word. I can throw those into the mix while I'm going. You got a word?
Bank.
Okay.
Holler.
Dragon fruit.
You gave this man bank. Easy. Every rapper can put bank into something. Hold on, watch me. Put up to the bank, pussy pink, shit stank. Ooh. I'm not a rapper though. I'm not a rapper. I said any rapper. I'm not a rapper.
Fruit.
Bro, my name is CJ, I just hope you understand. I'm trying to make 100 or maybe 1,000 grand. I'm about to make it to the top, I understand. I'm about to make the bank, I'm about to stack it for the man. I'm about to grow up, I'm really about to show up. They want to take me out the box like I was just Crayola. Or maybe a crayon, they really moving on. I'm painting pictures, illustrating, they thinking they want to yawn. You can find me at West_Smith7. Oh!
Maybe the number one.
They didn't put the dragon fruit bar in there. But he was low-key spitting though. He like that. Y'all know how they be getting down. You know what I'm talking about? The Eminem listeners. His favorite artist Eminem. We all know it's Eminem.
Freestyle on the channel so far. All the gangster rappers we've interviewed that don't want to freestyle for the camera, this guy's got you beat, all right? Are there any parts that
He
we
was
should be
spitting, though.
exploring?
Absolutely. Just follow me. This is the cave.
Right next door, huh? All right, so now that we're in a cave and we're getting deep, let me ask you guys a deep question, okay? Do you guys feel represented under Joe Biden?
No.
No. Do you guys feel better with Trump?
Yeah.
Absolutely. No hesitation.
God damn it. I mean, did we have to ask that question? Don't ask him about politics. Ask him why the hell we just went from freestyling and now we in a cave. We went from freestyling, shout out his TikTok, now we in a cave talking politics. There's bigger fish to fry here, Tommy, and I feel like we laying the wrong motherfuckers on the skillet.
And why?
He's a lot more there in his head. He can ride a bike. He can walk upstairs without falling,
Do you guys feel proud to be
Bro, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that to old Pawpaw. Don't do that to old Sleepy Joe, man. His feet just got caught up. Everybody done fell walking up the stairs.
Yeah, always.
We really are free, man. I was able to quit my job working at McDonald's to become a full-time TikToker. You know what I'm saying? Something
That's
that
what's
I
up,
don't
man. That's
can
what's up.
imagine of when I was younger. People grow up here, and it's like there's nothing to do. You got a lot of people getting STDs. That was something that Alabama was known for. And you got a lot of drugs, like you said, that was called Meth Mountain, is because people are so bored that they have nothing else to do. So you find all these crazy things happening.
I've heard the same thing in the hoods too, is like the reason things are the way they are is partly just because kids have nothing else to do. How do you solve that?
I was one of those kids, you know. I didn't know my dad until I was 20. My mom was always working, so I was really on the streets doing whatever I wanted to with kids that called themselves my friends, but as soon as I really needed something, they were nowhere to be found, but I was always there for them. Before that tree fell, that blue barrel that you see me in the live, I was way up there on the hill. I was supposed to stop before I came over this hill, but I came.
Y'all think he feels like a celebrity? Like, he's obviously a humble man. He's come from a lot of shit, and you know, he's been through way more stuff that I've ever been in my life, right? You think he got a little ego right now?
Came over the hill and I dropped right there.
Oh my God, he did. Oh my, is he in there?
Do you have a concussion?
Probably.
He was just in there?
I used to like get out of the house and stuff a lot, and I would run over to this place.
That's a memory, though.
Friends with my dad. This guy, he had a wife, and they had 3 kids. The woman that he was married to had some kind of relationship with some other guy or whatever. He knew their schedule because he stayed over there all the time. The father.
Why has he been walking
would go
around
to
with this
work normal hours
Sharpie?
in the day, you know, like a 9 to 5. The kids would get on the bus, go to school, come back late. The mother worked a night shift. When the kids went to school, when the man went to work, and then the lady was home, he had went in the house, lady, shot her in the head on the bed, her again after she was went back in, fell asleep on the couch. School bus pulls up, kids get home, go inside the trailer. He wakes up, hey, Uncle So-so, what are you doing here? Like, I thought you left, you know, the other day. And I was like, well, where's Mama? Time passes, and the boy, and he went to his mom's bedroom door, and he said when he put his hand on the doorknob, he felt a hand on his shoulder, grab him, and turn him around, and he had a gun in his face and said, go tie your sisters up right now with this duct tape. And he said, no. And then when he said no, he had pistol whipped him in the face, tied him up with duct tape. He said that he woke up from the pistol whip with his sisters right there. By this time, the daddy had gotten home. Said the same thing, Johnny, like, what are you doing here? He had led him back there to the bedroom, and then he put a gun to his back and said, let's go. And he made him open the door. He made him look at his wife, naked and dead. He had him at gunpoint. And they used to play video games all the time when the first shooting games and stuff would come out. The man said to the father, I'm gonna show you how it feels to get shot in real life. He shot him 4 or 5 times in the back. The boy gets out of the duct tape, so he called his grandparents, and his grandparents called 911. He set his sisters free. At that point, they'd SWAT team, news crews, there was a helicopter, because he was still in the trailer. Right here, we can actually walk over here, I'll show you the entrance.
First of all, RIP to all those people. RIP to all those people, and I hate that those kids had to do that. What happened to Meth? Was he on that, or did this just occur? I ain't gonna lie, dog. That was a lot for little old me. I don't know. I guess maybe because it was in both ears. But yeah. Yeah, all right. Shit, man.
These gates, the most brutal of murders and rape.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the top of this mountain and see what we find.
All right, sounds good.
Take it easy.
You too, man.
We explored deep into the folds of Meth
Going to the
Mountain.
top of the
We
mountain?
were able to find a man that
Not
had
going up
first-hand
there.
experience in a trailer full of an awful lot of meth. So we sat down and we spoke to him. What got you started into the world of meth?
What?
Getting off boxing.
So did you have an injury, or what started to boxing?
Yeah, I wrecked a motorcycle.
So you got prescribed legal painkillers by your doctor.
Yeah. No?
You found some from a friend.
Yeah.
Do you view meth as beneficial in your life or
No.
negative?
Wow.
You seem like a normally functioned human. Like the average person, if they were to see you in the street, they might not know.
No, they wouldn't.
How long have you been doing meth for?
8, 9 years.
What was your first hit of meth like?
Really don't know.
Can you sleep when you take meth?
Yeah.
How many times a day do you have to do meth to feel okay?
3 or 4.
And
Damn!
what does a habit cost somebody a day?
Maybe 200 a week.
How hard is it to find around
Not that
here?
crazy.
It ain't hard at all.
How much meth is this on the table right now?
Probably $20 worth. Where's this section?
Can you take meth and 5 minutes later walk into town and no one can tell the difference?
Yeah.
When you first take it, what happens?
You use a lot of energy
How long could you go without meth before it starts to feel like an issue?
all day. I have to.
Has there ever been a shortage
God.
of
Oh,
it?
you can't find that? Yeah.
And what was that like?
It was rough, but I still found it.
Can you substitute something else for meth, or does it have to be meth to feel okay?
Sleep.
Are people lacing
Sleep.
meth nowadays?
Oh yeah, fentanyl, and whatever, the MDM, a few other things.
How do you know that the stuff that you have isn't laced?
I don't. Other than the way it burns. If it's laced, it'll turn black.
Do you get it from a consistent source?
Fairly.
When you were the source, did you have people coming in and out of your house all the time?
No. I had a couple, but it wasn't like that.
Do you see a way to get off of it
Lay down for about a week.
and kind of suffer through it?
Yeah. I mean, you don't really hurt. You just crave it a little.
Do you think you can be a productive member of society on meth?
I already am.
For someone like me that has never tried it, would this be enough to kill me?
No.
We finna light up right now. Oh, wait a minute.
But yeah, do that and just snort it.
Oh, you go through your nose.
Yeah.
Can anyone get high off secondhand on this?
I would say so. Somewhat.
I'm gonna drive my car real good back to the hotel. Are you sober or high now?
I'm always high.
Is there any message you would say to the government or to like how?
Wait a minute. Right now, I'm just letting them cook. I'm just letting y'all listen to these questions because these questions are crazy as shit if you're really listening. It's really wild and like eye-opening. Tommy, did you not see this? I'm talking left hand, boom, ragged, sunshine, boom, gone. I'm not going in bro house. And how did you find Buddy? How did he become comfortable enough to just talk to you like this, Tommy? What pull does this man have?
Any message you would say to the government or to like how we look at it as a country?
Stop supplying Suboxone and methadone. Just don't do it.
Do you hope to get off it one day?
Oh yeah, I already plan on it. I've been slowing down.
And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for joining us on this episode.
Dog, that is actually unreal. That is actually unreal. He talked to a real deal former cook and a real deal addict. Have I walked past somebody on it? Probably on the streets. I remember one time I was in Atlanta. I don't think she was on I don't think she was on meth, but she was throwing ass against the fence of the Capitol building in downtown Atlanta, crawled on the sidewalk and just laid down. That was something. That was something in itself. Now, I don't know if she was on anything when that happened, but yeah, that's what she was doing. Crazy video, really eye-opening. I hope y'all really took something away from this video. I know we do a lot of comical now. I don't take a lot of things seriously, but sometimes I really like to, and I like to just be informed on what's going on around us. You know what I'm saying? This is in Alabama. This is a state over. This is 2 counties down this. Okay, not 2 counties. It's even in the area that I live in now, and probably where you live in too. Just be careful out there. Don't do drugs. Do not do drugs. I'm not condoning it. Don't try it. Don't even think about it. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Be sure to join the Discord. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on so you know when I post a video, because I post a lot more than y'all think. I promise you. I promise. But YouTube's not showing the videos, so be sure to do all that. But yeah, man, I'm out.